Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this Facebook Live. Lisa, Lydia, Scott, all here. Before we jump into the weather, which is going to be gorgeous today, I want to remind you we're live every weekday morning between 8 and 9 on Facebook. You can watch it anytime later on your news feed. Also, we're on our InForum YouTube channel, and we make this into a podcast. You can check that out. Go to inforum.com/podcast and look for the InForum Minute. And all I want to talk about is 70 degrees, our nice weather.
Sunshine. I put on the show this morning, sunshine advisory. That's not a real thing, but it should be.
It should be.
Yes. It's going to be very sunny today. It's already sunny this morning. I can see the tower cams over there are glowing with a nice bright blue background. So lots of sun, lighter wind than the past few days, which I think will be welcome. It's been very gusty lately. And finally, that low pressure system off to our east that's been causing that wind keeps moving to the east. So as it gets away from us, the wind just kind of relaxes. I think you'll still notice a little breeze out of the southwest, 10 to 15, maybe a gust near 20. So it's not perfectly dead calm, but it's much better than the past few days. Temperatures. It's going to get close to 70 this afternoon. We're forecasting 71.
Okay.
My hometown always had a rule. I was a lifeguard at the pool and always had a rule that it had to be at least 70 to open the pool. So anytime we get to 70, I'm like, well, it's at least warm enough to open the pool.
There you go.
Yeah.
Pool weather.
It's going to be nice. So a little bit of a breeze, sunny sky, temp close to 70 will be the warmest day of the year so far. There is this little cold front that's wiggling through. I think most of us don't even notice that it comes through. It's just going to change the wind around to the north. It could touch off an isolated shower, maybe a thunder shower. Just have to say that just to cover all the bases. But I really think it's going to be a dry cold front. Not many of us will notice it. So beautiful day. Then 60s to finish the week. Chance at a few showers over the weekend. When you look at it on the 10-day forecast, it looks like a lot of rain day after day after day. It's not. It looks like scattered showers. There'll be plenty of dry time in between showers. I wouldn't cancel any outdoor plans for the weekend.
Right.
I love it.
And 60s continue on the 10-day, even a couple days near 70s. So
heck yeah. I'm happy.
Finally,
right here.
yes, I know. It's taken a long time. So a warm welcome to finally spring.
Absolutely.
It wasn't a record for days that we were under 70, but it's been like, what, 180 or something like that?
Yes, it's been 183 days.
Oh my goodness.
The last time we were at 70 degrees was back on November 1st.
That was a long time
So
ago.
long ago.
Yes, so that's 6 months and 2 days because today is May 3rd. So 6 months and 2 days it's been since we've been at 70.
Crazy.
Yeah, which I remember that. It was because that's the day after Halloween, obviously. And Halloween was beautiful.
Yeah, it was.
Trick-or-treating and not heavy coats and parkas and no snow on the ground. So it's been that long, Halloween, basically, since we've been to 70. So
Well, it's back.
Very welcome.
Hallelujah. Okay, thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Thank
Lydia.
you. All right, well, new this morning for you, a story we have been tracking for you. A Grand Forks man is now out on $25,000 bail after he was arrested in connection with his 2-year-old daughter's suspected fentanyl overdose. 34-year-old Alexander Gothberg is charged with felony child endangerment and child neglect. He called 911 last Friday to report that his 2-year-old daughter had overdosed on fentanyl that had been left on his coffee table. So what he told police is that he was in the bathroom when he heard his 6-month-old baby crying. He went to check on his children, the baby and the 2-year-old, and he found the 2-year-old unresponsive on the floor. He told police that he gave the child Narcan and then poured cold water on her. We do know that he will be back in court next month.
All right, this morning we now know how long a Fargo man will be spending in prison after pleading guilty to murder. Yesterday, George Ortiz pleaded guilty to killing Philip Bergquist. This happened last October. The state had asked for Ortiz to get the maximum sentence, which is life in prison without parole. The judge ended up settling on 55 years with a chance at parole after 47 years. Prosecutors say Bergquist was stabbed close to 20 times and nearly decapitated. Now, there's 2 other people involved in this incident, David Reneros and Joseph Poitra. Those 2 are expected in court next week.
Starting today, the Minnesota DOT will be doing some controlled burns along some highways in central Minnesota. If you're driving in that area, you'll likely see the smoke. Today's burn will be along Highway 108 between Henning and Ottertail. Tomorrow, Highway 9 between Barnesville and Highway 10. And on Friday, they'll be working on Highway 75 north of Moorhead and Highway 10 near Glendon. So you're going to see the smoke. They're already advising people to slow down. It could cause some visibility issues in those areas. However, although we're talking about them doing a controlled burn, the warning is out there again for you not to do any burning because, of course, it continues to be very, very dry out there. Fire danger remains high across the region, and almost the entire state of Minnesota is under a no burn restriction.
That's right. Be careful, folks. All right, we do have a big update this morning on a tax bill that will give Minnesotans rebate checks. It will now head to Governor Tim Walz's desk. He is expected to sign it. The bill includes rebate checks starting at $279 for single filers. That's well below Walz's original proposal of $1,000 checks. Joint filers would get $558 instead of $2,000. And then all filers will get an extra $56 per dependent. Now, this all comes in lower than what was hoped by Governor Walz and some other lawmakers, so it's kind of a compromise type of deal. But the money comes from a $17 billion budget surplus. It includes $4 billion in tax cuts and eliminates the Social Security tax for 70% of people on the program.
Some law enforcement officers in Grand Forks County will soon be getting a raise. The county commission has approved a request to increase salaries for the county's sheriff's deputies. Deputies will be eligible now for a cost of living adjustment next year in 2024. That could range from 1% to 3% of their salaries. The move, depending on the final percentage increase, will cost the county between $60,000 and $107,000.
All right, 3M has announced that it will lay off more than 1,000 employees from its Maplewood, Minnesota headquarters. Those layoffs will include over 500 workers from out-of-state facilities who work remotely. The other 600 of those workers are coming straight from the Minnesota branch. The layoffs apparently are part of a restructuring effort by the company. And in total, this move is going to affect over 6,000 positions globally.
Okay, we're probably running into classes already starting, so you're not going to see kids out right now, but you will after school. We talked about this a lot on First News this morning. You're going to see more kids and families out on sidewalks and crosswalks today because it is National Walk, Bike, or Roll to School Day, a one-day event showing the benefits of walking or biking to school. In fact, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz has even proclaimed today, May 3rd, as Walk and Bike to School Day. And I would imagine there were a lot of kids out there still with their jackets on this morning riding their bikes, but of course they're going to be wild without their coats on by this afternoon. It's going to be gorgeous, and they're all going to be walking or riding or rolling like Dylan was this morning.
A perfect day for this to all kind of
Absolutely.
coincide. So awesome stuff. Big national headline this morning. The man suspected of shooting and killing 5 people at a home in Texas has been taken into custody after a 4-day-long manhunt. 38-year-old Francisco Oropeza is accused of carrying out the massacre. It happened on Friday night. Officials say he was asked to stop shooting his rifle near a neighboring home, then shot at those people. He killed several people, including a mother and her 9-year-old son. Oropeza was found in a closet inside a home in a town about 17 miles away from where those murders took place. He is being held on a $5 million bond, and now authorities are looking into whether or not he had any help hiding from law enforcement through those 4 days.
Hot Mike with Dom Izzo on this morning, WDAY Extra from 9 to 11. Great show today. He's going to have Dick Bremer on the show from Chicago following the Twins' walk-off loss. Plus, UND's men's basketball coach is also going to join Dom as he talks about a busy offseason reshaping the roster. Of course, Hot Mike's on from 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra.
And don't forget, now through, I believe, Friday, you can get access to InForum.com. 6 months of access for just $2. So
great deal.
Great deal. You can find all your local content, sports, weather there. So take advantage of that, folks.
Remember to join us for our next newscast coming up at 11 o'clock this morning. And then this afternoon, we have you covered starting at 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. And we'll be back tomorrow morning with more First News from 5 to 7 a.m.
Until then, get outside and enjoy the nice weather, folks. Have a good day.